You've seen the promises all over the internet, right? People claiming they're making thousands a month in passive income, all by using AI to build these dropshipping stores. But let's be honest, is any of it real? Well, today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're running a hands-on experiment to find out once and for all if this is just hype or if there's a real opportunity here. It always starts with something like this, a promise that's almost impossible to ignore when it pops up on your feed. The idea of making hundreds of dollars a day from your couch? I mean, it's incredibly tempting. And then, just when you're starting to wonder, the claims get even crazier. We're talking about life-altering amounts of money. It suggests that pretty much anyone with a laptop can just tap into this online goldmine. It sounds a little too good to be true. And that's really the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you see numbers this big, you have to ask yourself, what's the catch? Is it really this simple, or are we only getting half the story? So that's what we're going to do. We're diving in head first with a real-world test. No more hype, no more guessing. We're focused on one simple goal. Can we actually build one of these stores and make real money? Now, to keep this experiment honest and, realistic, we set some very strict rules. We had to use only free AI tools. The total cost to create the shop had to be under $1. And the whole thing, the entire setup, had to be finished in less than an hour, all from one laptop. These rules are here to see if a normal person, starting with basically nothing, could actually pull this off. Okay, so phase one, actually building the store. The big claim is that AI can create a whole e-commerce business from scratch in less time than it takes to watch an episode of your favorite show. Let's see. First, a super quick refresher on what dropshipping even is. Basically, you're the storefront, the middleman. You sell products on your website, but a totally different company, a third party, ships them directly to your customer. Your profit is just the difference in price. And the absolute best part, you never have to see, touch, or store any of the inventory yourself. So check out how ridiculously fast this process was. Almost all the hard work was just handed over to AI. It started with a free tool that generated the basic store. Then, the AI identified a popular niche, in this case, sports and fitness. After that, it was just a matter of connecting a free Shopify trial, and this is the really cool part, using an automated tool called AutoDS to find products that are already proven sellers. All the guesswork was just gone. And here's the final bill for the entire setup. The one and only cost was 99 cents for a 30-day trial of that product-finding tool, AutoDS. We actually came in under our $1 budget. So far, so good. With the store built and the budget still intact, it was time to flip the switch. Let's see what a $1, 1 hour AI-powered store actually looks like when it's live on the internet. And there you have it. The store went live with a surprisingly professional name, tilburyfitness.store, which, by the way, was generated for free by the AI tool. I gotta say, for something that was thrown together in under an hour for less than $1, that first impression is pretty strong. Now, that AutoDS tool didn't just find products. It populated the store with them. And they all make sense for the fitness niche. You've got everything from a really specific breathing trainer to everyday stuff like resistance bands. The AI basically did all the market research for us. But look, a great store with no customers is just a nice-looking website. So now we get to the most important part of this whole experiment, the marketing. How in the world do you get people to visit a brand new site with almost no money to spend? The strategy here was actually really smart. Instead of chasing after huge, expensive celebrity influencers, the plan was to focus on what are called micro-influencers. Why? Well, even though their audiences are smaller, their followers are way more engaged. Some data shows up to 60% more, and that high engagement can lead to conversion rates that are over 20% higher. It's a perfect example of quality over quantity. So here's the exact play-by-play. $50 was paid to an account called the Grace Brothers, which has a really solid following that's perfect for the fitness niche. And the key was to stay focused. They promoted just one product, that unique breathing trainer, with a direct link right in their Instagram story. It's a super targeted, low-cost way to see if people will actually buy. So that Instagram story ran for 24 hours and then it disappeared. It was time for the moment of truth. Did this $50 ad campaign actually make any money? Let's break it all down. And the results are in. Over that 24-hour window, the store made 10 sales. That brought in a total revenue of $170.85.
I mean, on the surface, that's a fantastic return on such a tiny investment.
But, of course, revenue isn't profit. You have to factor in all the costs. So when you add up the actual cost of the products themselves, plus shipping, that $50 influencer fee, and the $1 Shopify fee that kicks in after the trial, the total costs came to $90.50. So, after every single expense was paid, the final net profit from this one-day experiment was $80.35. That is real money in the bank. So what does this $80 profit actually mean? Let's take a step back and compare this real-world result to all that crazy hype we saw at the beginning. Look, let's be totally clear. $80 is not $600,000 a month. It's not going to let you quit your job tomorrow. But, and this is a really important but, it's also not zero. For a business that was set up in under an hour for less than $1, turning that into an $80 profit in one day is a massive success. It's proof that the concept actually works. So what are the big lessons here? First, it's obvious that AI tools can be a huge shortcut, just blasting through all that tedious setup work. Second, we learned that micro-influencer marketing is absolutely the real deal if you're on a tight budget. But maybe the most important takeaway is this. Making a profit is possible, but the real challenge isn't making that first sale. It's figuring out how to scale. The true potential here seems to be in repeating this exact formula over and over again with more products. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought. Maybe the whole get-rich-quick story is just a distraction. Instead of chasing some huge imaginary jackpot, what if the real, achievable secret to building an income online is just patiently stacking up these small, realistic, repeatable wins day after day?